Bob Sellers.
And I'm Allison Maloney in for Heather. Today, we are now joined by our family of co-hosts, Turning Point USA contributor Erin Elmore, GOP strategist and Newsmax columnist John Burnett, and author of 13 and a Half Reasons Not to Be a Liberal, Judd Dunning. Welcome to you all.
All right, members of the so-called Doctors Caucus on Capitol Hill want the Food and Drug Administration to better understand how immunity to COVID-19 works and those that have already been vaccinated and those that have gained immunity naturally through getting infected with the virus itself. A group of senators, including Rand Paul and others in Congress who happen to be doctors, signed a letter asking the FDA to reevaluate their priorities in improving vaccine research. Your thoughts or question?
Yeah, I have a question for the doctor/congressman. Wasn't the objective with all of this to reach herd immunity? And it seems that our government, whether it's the CDC or people like Dr. Fauci, wasn't the objective just to get to herd immunity naturally or with the vaccination? And now they've seemed to really push away doing it naturally, and it's all about pushing the vaccine. What is your theory on that?
The theory is there's not enough common sense at the FDA and CDC, right? That they are pushing the vaccine too hard.
Our panel to weigh in and get their thoughts. Erin, what do you think about this?
You know, I think it's really troubling that religion has become the forefront of all these conversations that we're having, and it's on the left. We are always demonizing people for being religious. And the first thing that happens in communist and socialist countries is they remove religion because they want the government to be the fighting force. And I think we really need to allow people to have their freedom of religion and sort of have that right as Americans, because it's a really slippery slope.
Yeah, Judd, do you think it's a slippery slope? Agree with Erin?
Look, Biden may have been admonished by the local Catholic bishops, but the good news is Hunter already paid for the indulgence and he's already forgiven.
So I'm a PK kid. My position on this is that the bishops and the cardinals and everyone else within the Catholic faith or within the Christian movement should actually be sending their message directly to their parishioners.
Here, so I certainly learned all about what you need to do to get Eucharist, but they're struggling to get people to join the church. And do you think that this may, obviously affect getting parishioners, because this is a tough subject?
It is a tough subject, and I think it's a terrible idea, and what they're doing is infusing politics into this, and it's very sad. I actually converted to Judaism, so I worked very hard to be a part of a religion, and I know how important that is, and why it was so valuable to me is I felt included. I felt a part of something. I had a community, and that's why people go to places of worship, to have a place that they can clear their head and revive their soul and be spiritual and connect with other people that feel the way that they do about God and themselves. And this is just not the way to achieve unity, peace, love, and religion.
All right. Thanks, panel. Stand by. Newsmax TV has a great app. And
funds to address that racism. The money will go to establish so-called Healthy Chicago Equity Zones, described as 6 geographic areas that will be led by regional and community organizations in order to create community-based stakeholder coalitions. John, she seems to be going through a lot recently and getting a lot of pushback, a lot of pressure on a city that, frankly, doesn't seem to be working all that well right now. All right.
You know, when you described the jobs that she was going to put in these inner city neighborhoods, I didn't hear anything about community centers for young African-American children who have been out of school in many cases for a year. We didn't hear anything about job programs to help educate the brown and black communities. We didn't hear any of that. We just heard bureaucracy, and she's going to put various bureaucrats who will be bloated and overpaid in these communities, when what these communities really need are childcare and job opportunities and things that stimulate the economy and create jobs. What she's doing is shameful, but she's been shameful from the get-go, and she's really ignoring what the real issue is black on black crime.
Allison?
Yeah, I agree with Erin. I think the priority should be those community outreach places that.
And even beating out Fox News. Newsmax is real news for real people. Coming up, why are
start with you, Erin. What do you think about this?
All right, I just have to ask the doctor one thing. It's a very simple question. First of all, thank you for your service, Semper Fi. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I know that. I can't even do one push-up. But I will say this. What happened at combat readiness? Wasn't that the standard? Combat readiness, black and white.
That's the real CRT, the combat readiness test. That's what matters, right? If you can actually do the push-up, you can do the pull, you can get through that combat course. That's the ultimate meritocracy I'm talking about. This book is teaching you that capitalism is evil.
Exactly. To Erin's question, they're actually seemingly trying to prepare them for political battle.
Hey, it's going to be a great day for people married to ET hunters because they'll finally be able to say, look, I wasn't cheating. I told you I was abducted. Brightly open. And if they come, I hope they're peaceful.
Yeah, Erin, your thoughts?
Bob, I have more questions than answers. I also have a little bit of PTSD, okay? You got to realize, as a conservative, we are often called, I have been called a tinfoil hat crazy. I can't now take this on. I cannot take it on. I will not take it on. I will have no comment on the matter because I cannot be called crazy for believing in UFOs. I think I'm just going to sit this one out. I'm going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because literally there is so much craziness surrounding UFOs and all of our conspiracy theorists. I can't take it. Well, I'll tell you this one. What's the difference between, oh gosh, I'm going to mess it up. The conspiracy theory and the truth about 6 months. Everything that the conservatives have said has turned out to be true. So, hey, maybe UFOs are next.
Okay, well, I'll make this a little easier as a conversation. I saw something in college I still can't explain. There was this orange light up. Okay, I know. I'm sounding. I've mentioned this before.
I was going to say, what were you drinking?
Yeah, it was first year of college. I'm out on the balcony with my roommate. We're talking. No, I wasn't drinking or doing anything else. There was this orange light. And at a certain point, and we're sitting there talking about it, it just goes like at the speed of light, disappeared. No physics that I'm aware of on this planet could have allowed that to happen from any development, from the Air Force or from Russia or anything like that. So, John, am I crazy? Much, Erin Elmore, Judd Dunning, John Burnett, a pleasure having you all today. We'll have more of American Agenda coming up after this.